Do you feel like you're not making the most of your money? Worse, do you feel like you don't have control over your money? Well, you're not alone, because most people feel that way at some point or another. But don't worry, we have the perfect solution for you. It's called the 50-30-20 rule. Literally, using this rule, you will learn how to budget and plan your finances and grab control of your budget once and for all. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily manage your income so that you can make the most of every dollar, pound, or whichever currency you're using. Once you start using this rule, you'll be able to save more money and finally get ahead financially. Make sure you watch the entire video so that you don't miss out on any of this amazing, but actually relatively simple technique. Make sure you watch out for the bonus section in this video, which makes budgeting a whole lot easier. Before we proceed though, make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't already done so, as it means that YouTube sends you more of these kinds of videos and it helps our channel as well. Many people think that the key to success is making a lot of money. While it's true that having more money can help you be more successful, the real key to success is living within your means. This means that you should only spend what you can afford, so you'll always have money saved up in case of an emergency. Money management is an important life skill that everyone should learn. Money management is the process of figuring out what you want money to do for you. It's also about looking at your current financial situation and then making a plan for how to use your money to reach your goals. It can seem like a scary task, but it doesn't have to be complicated. It does not have to be time-consuming. The most important thing is to get started and be consistent. Budgeting is an important financial tool that can help you save money and reach your financial goals. A budget is simply a plan for how you will spend your money. You'll need to track your income and expenses. Making a budget is one of the most important things you can do to get your finances under control. By tracking your income and expenses, you can see where your money is going. You can also make changes to stay within your means. Although it may seem like a lot of work, budgeting doesn't have to be difficult. There are a number of simple ways to get started, and the more you practice, the easier it will become. The most important thing is to be mindful of your spending. With a little perseverance, you can reach your financial goals. There are many things to consider when creating a budget. Your income is not the only thing that matters. You also need to think about your expenses, debts, and investments. It can be scary to think about all this, but there are plenty of resources available to help you get started. Once you have a good understanding of your spending patterns, you can start to set limits on how much you spend. By sticking to a budget, you can make sure that your spending aligns with your financial goals. Budgeting can be a helpful way to save money and reach your financial goals. It's very important to be honest with yourself about your spending habits. If you want to achieve your financial goals, you'll need to create and stick to a budget. This will help you have a stable future. It can be tough, though, to keep track of your money. You have to pay for a lot of things, and it's hard to know where to start. But there is a simple rule that can help you get your finances in order. The 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule can help you keep your finances in balance. This rule is a guideline that can help you stay on track with your money. Let me explain how this rule works so you can use it to manage your own finances. Let's begin by understanding the difference between gross and net income. This is important before we move over to the 50-30-20 rule. Whether you're an employee or a business owner, it's important to understand the difference between gross and net income. Gross income is the total amount of money earned before taxes and other deductions are taken out. Net income is the amount of money that remains after those deductions have been made. In other words, net income is the money you actually receive on your payday. For employees, gross income refers to their regular pay, including hourly wages and salaries. Business owners may also receive other types of payments such as commissions or bonuses. Deductions from gross income can include federal and state taxes, social security and health insurance premiums. After these deductions, the amount of money left is called net income. This is the amount of money that you actually have to use or save. It's important to understand the difference between gross and net income so you can make better decisions about your finances. Next thing we need to understand is the difference between wants and needs. We all have wants and needs, but what's the difference between the two? Our needs are things like air, water and food. These are things we must have in order to survive. Our wants, on the other hand, are things like a new car or a bigger house. These are things that would be nice to have, but we can live without them. A lot of us get confused between the two. But understanding the difference between our wants and needs can help us to better manage our resources. It also guides us in prioritizing and spending. We now understand the difference between the two incomes and your wants and needs. We can now proceed with the 50-30-20 rule. Make a pie chart and divide it with 50%, 30% and 20%. Once you have your net income, calculate the 50%. To do so, multiply your income by 0.50. The result is 50% of your income. This means that this amount is what you can only use for your needs. Your needs are the bills or utilities you need to pay, groceries and food and your mortgage or rent. If you have life insurance, then this can also be considered as part of your needs. After setting aside your 50%, calculate your 30%. To get this, multiply your net income by 0.30. The result is 30% of your income. The 30% of your income is what you can use for your wants. This can be a new pair of shoes or new clothes. Dining out is also considered as part of your wants. You have to make sure that you clearly identify the thin line between your wants and your needs. If you overspend on your wants, this may translate into debt. It will affect the other 20% of your income. That 20% of your income is for your savings and paying your debt. Calculate it by multiplying your net income by 0.2. You may use this to pay for your credit cards, car loans, educational loans and other loans. But another use for your 20% is for savings. You may use this to have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is equivalent to 6 to 12 months of your living expenses with a little of your wants. For example, your living expenses per month is $5,000. $5,000 multiplied by 6 or 12 is $30,000 or $60,000 respectively. This saving covers you for a sudden job loss or layoff. Lastly, you may use your 20% for your retirement savings. A lot of people get miserable by the age of 60 because they miss saving up for their retirement. Start saving up today and secure your retirement years. By following this rule, you can ensure that you're living within your means. With proper application and consistency, you will see a significant improvement in your finances. You're also making progress towards your financial goals. The key to success is to be disciplined in your spending and to make sure that your essential expenses are always taken care of. If you can do this, the 50-30-20 rule can help you take control of your finances and achieve financial stability. The 50-30-20 rule can help you make sure that you're spending your money in a way that's best for you. This rule means that you should spend 50% of your money on the things that are important to you, 30% of your money on things that are not as important, and 20% of your money on savings. So, next time you're thinking about how to spend your money, remember this rule and use it to help guide your decisions. Now for the bonus section. As Grant Cardone The super successful billionaire investor says you can only cut your costs by so much, but you can increase your earnings by a whole lot more. In the modern era, additional earnings are more accessible than ever before. You can literally start earning tomorrow online, and you can even start producing content for your own YouTube channel and begin expanding your own income. Make your 50-30-20 budgeting a much more comfortable exercise. If this helps you, share it with your friends and family. They can learn from your knowledge and become financially wise too. Knowledge is meant to be shared so that everyone can benefit from it. When we share our knowledge with others, we help them to learn and grow. We give them the opportunity to learn from our mistakes and successes, and to build their own understanding. When we work together, we can create a community of successful people. To create is effort. To copy is genius. Albert Einstein. Remember, if you want to change your life, let's make a change together.